You came to the right house, dear.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah, she totally did.
Crazy, huh?
That's your babe. Pet her.
I know you do. Yeah.
You came to the right house, dear.
Oh, look at her.
Yeah, she totally did.
Crazy, huh?
That's your babe. Pet her.
All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Which, it's a new moon right now. So, currently the new moon is now coming in, I believe, hold on a second, is it Tuesday night? What is it? Currently the new moon is coming in at Tuesday evening to Wednesday evening. And I seen the video, I saw the video and I was just thinking about, that deer is like Jake, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans here in Babylon the Great. Here it is, you're a prey in this land. You're constantly hunted, whether it be through different schemes, whatever, but you're in the land of your captivity. You're surrounded by your enemies, your number one enemy being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You, Latinos, Negroes, Native Americans, you have enemies. And the history of this wicked country, Babylon the Great, America, and whether it be through the lynching postcards, the different history that they showed you, the movies that they showed you, just being around the people, Edomites here in Babylon the Great should show you. And, that video there is showing a deer walking up to these, I don't know what they were. They're Edomites for the most part, because, they're the only people that really are into, putting up, heads on their walls. And they also have a history, even going back to lynching and slavery, where they cut body parts off of Jake and, put them on display, put them in jars and stuff like that. So they have this kind of morbid history. But Jake don't understand that you have enemies, that you are playing around here, not realizing, these people that are all smiling in your face, whatever like that, they're waiting for the opportunity to kill you. And they have their trophies lined up all around this country. So just to get right into it, it's like for rambling. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. So never trust your enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So never trust your enemy. Just like iron rusts, which iron is going to rust. It's going to show its true colors. Eventually, that rust is going to eventually, be exposed. And Esau Edom is exposing himself right now. You see through Trump, going after Navajos and people that were here before Esau Edom, the so-called white man, was here, and him, trying to kick them out of the country, questioning their citizenship and whatnot, when they're the true, imposters. They're the ones that go around stealing people's lands, kicking them off. But Esau Edom, he's getting ready to come down hard. But this is Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10 again. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So the point being there, never trust your enemy. You're like the deer and those hunters. You're gonna trust. No, that's your enemy right there. Get far away from him. So this is Genesis chapter 25, and I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse 27, And this is going into Esau. You know, Esau's, I'll just read it. And the boys grew. Now this is Rebecca. She had twins, Esau and Jacob. Esau came out red all over. He came out looking like a stillborn baby. That's why his name was Esau, because he came out looking wasted. His name means wasted away is he. And Jacob came out looking normal. And Jacob's name means supplanter or heel holder. So when Jacob came out, Esau being born first, Jacob was born holding on to Esau's heel. And these are two completely different nations. So continue reading. This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. So I'm gonna look at this word for cunning, and it means H3045 Yadai, and it means to know, to be knowledgeable, to be wise, to be skillful. So Esau Edom is a very knowledgeable, skillful hunter, and this has been passed down through the generations. Oh, when you see Esau Edom, he's in the demographics for hunting or hunters and whatnot. Is Esau Edom? You see him. These are the only people that walk around, wearing camouflage clothes and stuff like that all the time. They got their duck call and drive around with, decoy ducks in their car and whatnot. Drive around with deer on their car. Taking pictures with the dead animals and stuff like that. This is him. This is his descendants. But that's the point there. Let's see, H6, this is for hunter, H6718 Tazayad says hunting, hunter, game. So that's what he's into. He's into game, he's into hunting. So I'm going to go here to Genesis chapter 27, and this is when Jacob, supplanted the blessing from Esau, and Jacob got the blessing, and Esau was crying and trying to get another blessing, even though he sold his birthright to Jacob. So straight to the point, Genesis 27 verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So you're gonna have the fatness of the earth, the best places to live. You're gonna have the best places here on earth. Because the fat places, it's like America, the most beautiful places. This is where Esau Edom is. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live. So how is he going to get those places? How is he going to get to where he is today? How did he get America? By his sword. This country was populated with the Northern Kingdom, and they now they're pushed into reservations. In Esau Edom, this is how he got all these different lands. This is how he got to the top, by his sword. This is how he got to the position that he's in. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So this happened after King Solomon passed. After he went into the spirit realm, sometime after the Edomites rebelled. And now they have the dominion. They have the rulership of the earth right now, which was given to them by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So Esau, he hated Jacob because he got the blessing. And he said in his mind, I'm going to kill Jacob. After mourning for my father is over, I'm gonna kill Jacob. I'm gonna kill him. And guess what? If you continue reading, he never actually killed Jacob, but that hatred has been passed down through his seed, and those Edomites carry that hatred for Jake today. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Keeping in mind the red, Esau was red. Edom means red. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So this is Esau Edom. He's a bloody, violent man. Wherever he goes, and also Malachi chapter 1 and 4. They're the border of wickedness. Everywhere he goes, wickedness follows. Peace leaves when Esau's around. There is no peace with Esau around. There is no peace with Esau in rulership. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And this is Esau Edom. His blessing was a sword. And guess what? That didn't just stop with the iron sword, the dagger, and all that kind of stuff. This man has power over diseases, has power over, atoms, the elements, nuclear missiles, ICBMs. He has power over the weather through heart. This man has been given a great sword. Even his tongue, how he speaks witchcraft and how he deceives people. That's even part of his sword. Just showing that and it also says, roughly paraphrasing, that this red horse, this fourth beast, this whore is also drunken with the blood of the saints, and the saints are the Israelites. So they just slaying the Israelites because they had the power to, and they had that hatred. So this is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. And as a matter of fact, let me start up a little bit. I'm going to start at verse 3. Ezekiel 35 and verse 3. No, I'm going to start at verse 2, sorry. Ezekiel 35 and verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Now, Mount Seir is synonymous with Edom, with Esau. The same way a Jerusalem, Zion, that's Israel, Jacob, that's synonymous with Israel. And say, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you got nothing. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is saying to Esau Edom, you have nothing good coming to you. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So this city, all the cities of Esau Edom, he's all around the world, but particularly this city, Babylon the Great, this kingdom is going to be laid waste. It's going to be wiped out by the thermonuclear destruction. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, that's a hatred going on forever. You've been hanging on to this hatred. You don't even know why you hate us. You just hate us. But it's going back to Jacob and Esau, back to the blessing. It's going back to that. The elites know, but the average everyday Edomite, they don't know. The average Jake, they don't know why we don't get along, why we hate each other. But we're two different nations. We're two manner of people. One nation being the righteous, the other nation being the wicked. And the righteous being the Israelites, the Esau Edom being the wicked. But You Edomites have had a perpetual hatred against us. You shed our blood continually. Matter of fact, I've been wanting to take a trip. They have a town out here, about an hour away from where I stay, called Goliad, and they have these trees out there. You got 2 trees. I don't know how many exactly, but they would lynch Jake out there, and they have it like pretty much in front of the courthouse. And they would lynch one tree. They would lynch the Northern Kingdom, the Mexicans, Issachar. The other tree that would be lynching the so-called Negroes, Judah. And they even have a restaurant out there called the Hanging Tree. So they boasting in this hatred. They like this kind of stuff. Because thou had, Ezekiel 35 and verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So we were given into your hand, or we served our slavery. We served our time with you, but you still shed our blood. You continually shed our blood. You showed us no mercy. But the point being that they have a perpetual hatred, and they're even coming out now. They're getting ready to. They're waiting to be unleashed now. They're waiting for that purge scenario to happen. They want something to happen so they can shed the blood of Jake. They want to get rid of you, Jake. You 2/3. But that was a point. I'm not gonna continue on that. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. So 2/3. You're like the animals going into the slaughterhouse, just being led, having no idea that your head's about to get chopped off, like that deer in the video. You just sitting there, you getting pet. Oh, that's like, hey, this is pretty nice. This is pretty cool. I like it here. Not even looking and seeing all the heads of, all your deer people, so to say, for lack of better words. Not seeing that house is full of other dead animals like you. You're 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 10. Behold, my people is led as the flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So this is a spiritual Egypt. This is the land of our captivity. This is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt. You look at the dollar bill, you'll see that, pyramid on the back of there. You'll see obelisks all around the U.S. And the elect are going to be delivered. The elect are going to be beamed up in chariots. They're going to be delivered out of the nuclear destruction. And that was a point on that. This is Psalms chapter 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So Esau Edom, he's the wicked, and he is the sword of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, from men of the world, which had their portion in this life. So they have their portions. They have their trust funds, their generational wealth that they built up. They have so much of a head start here in Babylon the Great, these Edomites, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children. They leave the rest of their substance to their babes. So they leave their children inheritance. Meanwhile, Jake, we got nothing to leave our children. If you're even around your children when you go into the spirit world. You got no inheritance to leave your children here. All you got, what, you're going to leave them your debt? Matter of fact, let me get this. This is Ezekiel chapter 21, and I'll start at verse 8. And again, the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, say, a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. So a sword, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he has Esau Edom, perfecting his sword, perfecting his weaponry, whether it be the gun, the actual sword, the knife, the missile, the nuclear, the ICBM, everything. This man can use anything as a weapon. This is his blessing. Even the food, the minds of the people, the air. This man has weaponized just about everything. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. So it is sword. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has Esau Edom, as his sword, and he's perfecting it. That sword is getting sharp. It's getting glittery. It's shining. It's ready to cut something. Just to test it, I used to watch these videos of, these blacksmiths in Japan. They would they'd create katanas and stuff like that, as razor sharp sword, and then they would go out and test it, like on like these bundles of hay. They would have them kind of rolled up like a pole or something like that, and they would have them tested like that. They would see how clean a cut that sword could make. It would be like razor sharp, and that's where the better the sword, the more bundles of hay the more bundles of hay it would be able to cut, and they would be like, oh, this is it would be able to cut through this amount of bodies, if they all lined up, that kind of thing. So this sword that's being prepared, Esau is getting ready to he's getting ready to do a lot of killing. Says it is sharpened, Ezekiel 21 and verse 10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? So is this a time to be getting down, partying, and having a good time, and doing this and that? No, a great slaughter is getting ready to take place. Now is the time to be watching these Edomites. Preparing yourself. Getting ready to leave home. Being prepared that you might have to go into a camp, a concentration camp. You might go into prison. No telling what could happen. You might get caught up with these people that get deported to another land. No telling what's getting ready to take place. But knowing this devil is looking to kill, he's looking for any excuse to use his sword, and he's getting ready to be let loose. So where he's gonna be able to kill without, with impunity. Let me see. Right. So I said impunity. So this is from the Edom Online. It says directly from Latin, impunitatum, freedom from punishment, omission of punishment. While this is taking place here in Babylon the Great, he's not going to be punished, like a lot of these cops that killed Jake, they just get transferred to another department. They kill Jake, and then they don't get any kind of punishment. They might get a slap on the wrist, they get moved to another department, whatever. That's here in Babylon the Great, but they're doing all these things, and it's really, this is really going to be for their hurt. You know, because they're doing all this, but they're not realizing that they're going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. You know, they're not seeing that they're going to be cut off in the thermonuclear destruction. But Son of man, prophesy. Ezekiel 21:10. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he has given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished and given into the hand of the slayer. So Esau is that slayer. He's getting ready to do a lot of killing. Verse 12, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, and it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. So this sword is coming to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You know, you just thinking that this is, you know, all cookies and milk or whatever. You think this is all good. You think, oh, just in the next 4 years or whatever. Not thinking anything bad is going to happen. Not taking heed to the warning that's going out. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. So a lot of terror is coming. Terror upon terror. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. So that's all I'm going to read from that. We'll get ready to close out pretty soon. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'll start at verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And Esau Edom, he's burning, he's itching to get to killing. He wants to use them different types of guns and weaponry on you. He wants to be able to take them lynching photos again. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So some of you are going to be put in the concentration camps. You know, you're gonna be offered the chip, the MOTB, if you want to get out, if you want your freedom, whatever. That's going to be worse for you. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So there's going to be a great insurrection. Let's look up this word insurrection real quick. 1 second. So here we got insurrection. From the Edom Online, an uprising against civil authority, insurrection, French, late Latin, insurrectionem, a rising up, insurge, to rise up. So, there's going to be an insurgent, one who rises in revolt. So, there's going to be a great rising up against the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So they're going to be like madmen, you know, crazy, killing everything in their path, storming in houses. Don't care if you're a man, woman, child, kid, baby. Don't care if you're pregnant. Don't care if you crippled, you old, don't care. They're like madmen. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So the elect, they're the chosen. It's going to be known, you know, by the end who gets beamed up. But before that happens, before they get beamed up into the chariots, they're going to be tried. They're going to go through different trials, and they're going to be more and more refined, like gold. Gold is the more it's refined, the more valuable it is. The same thing with the elect. Verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the days of trouble, Jacob's trouble, these days are at hand. These are times like never before recorded in history. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to deliver his elect. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So, don't get burdened down with the things that you've done in this life, or thinking about the things that you've done in the past life, whether or not you're gonna make it. Because if you love Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you're gonna do the things that he said to do. You're gonna listen to the men that he sent out. Starting with the apostles and elders and their teachers. You're going to hear the voice of Yahushua. He's going to take care of you. What is that also? Let me see. Let me think. How is that worded? I know it's in 2nd Esdras. I think it's in 2nd. Right. Okay. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, because at the time of Jacob's trouble, this is when the ungodly, the 2/3, they're going to be punished in the coming days. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved. So the righteous, they're going to be saved out of all the troubles. They're going to be saved through everything. I mean, even if they have to die, be a martyr for Yahushua, they're still going to be saved, because they're not going to lose their reward. They're going to be resurrected in the end. They're going to come back to life. So it's a win-win situation for the elect. All you got to do is believe and keep moving in the names of Yahushua. So therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved. And the scriptures are written for your learning. There's many examples of how the elect have been saved. With the Apostle Peter being saved out of prison. Apostle Paul being stoned to death and and still being alive. Many different situations. With many different situations where the elect have been delivered. Plenty of situations. So, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. So the world is created for the righteous, for the elect. This is the elect's world. And when Yahushua returns, it's going to be truly the elect's world. Because there's not going to be no more wicked ruling. There's not going to be anything that those wicked nations, Esau, Edom, can do to us anymore. We're going to have new bodies. The laws, statutes, and commandments put within us will never go off again. We're going to have spiritual powers. The earth is going to be ruled in righteousness. So this is it's a beautiful thing to look forward to. But right now, we're preparing. We're not trying to be like that deer hanging out in the house of his enemy. And I'll close out with this. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. So a prudent man, a wise man, sees the evil coming. You're seeing this. You're seeing what's coming down. You might not know exactly what you know, what Esau Edom has planned, but you know that this devil is trying to, this devil wants to get rid of you. This devil wants his blessing back. This devil sees you as the enemy. So what are you going to do? You're going to hide yourself. And the only place to hide yourself is in the names of Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. But the simple pass on and are punished. So the simple, the 2/3, those are like animals. They're just going to pass on. They're going to keep going. Look, he wants to help me. Yeah, I'll get that MOTB. I'll hold my hand out. I got to eat somehow. Stupid ass. But anyway, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Shalom.